venue. Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now, and I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So
turning it on! He's at the 30. Past the 10. No one's gonna get him. Touchdown!
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Snags it over the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wilson will throw. Right on the money. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too.
Here's a little room there. Give him 114 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
High in the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's caught downfield. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Quarterback had the matchup he wanted there. He had his guy on a post throw. He knew it was going to be covered, but if you just put it somewhere near his body, let the wingspan go to work, snatch the ball, get a big first down for the offense, you love seeing that.
Looking for the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown.
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find...
Makes the catch and he's free. Lean Going for the wire. Touchdown. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Trainers are out there having... They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Sends it back in motion. Wilson to pass. Fires to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he has been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. Off to the races. He's at the 10. Looks it into his hands and then waltzes it into the end zone. Touchdown.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll send the back in motion. Wilson will throw. He's got him.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff for Baxter. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
Like 53.
Wilson to pass. It's caught. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Hey, man, offense, defense, special teams, they are showing it all early in this football game. We're still in the first half. We got a 5-touchdown lead. Everything going right except for us, guys, because now we're going to have to figure something to talk about because this one isn't over, but it's close to almost at the half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So that... Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Looking to throw on first down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. That pass is incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really...
After that play, this offense can think about being really aggressive. 1st and 10 from the 24. Finding some room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hampton. They'll get the first down, it's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. Zips it out to his man. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit.
There he goes. Inside and he will house it.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Gets the back moving. Wilson will throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Hand off for Baxter. Picks up the first down. Still on his feet at the 40. Maybe a crease. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. He scores for the 5th time in this game. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gets it out quickly. Caught, and he's got room. 10. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, is because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wilson to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points, because this dude is automatic.
On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Tennessee taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's the Volunteers looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now over to your game at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future.